I have decided today that I need to try this. This is a quick tattoo brow gel, which I think is meant to be kind of semi-permanent, as in more than a couple of days, possibly. I've seen a couple of bits and pieces for this brand, and I've only actually tried their sheet masks, one of which was really nice, a honey one, and one of them which was awful, which was a cactus one. It was just like a load of slop and slime on my face. Didn't really seem to do very much, but that's a whole nother story. So I'm gonna put this on. I think I'm meant to leave it on for an hour. Obviously I'm gonna just double check on the instructions or destructions depending on what happens, and I'll show you myself putting it on. I've got nothing on my brows today. Obviously I've done a bit of BB cushion, some bronzer, a little bit of lip liner and mascara, which has gone very messy up the top there, but never mind, and concealer on my spots and things. So I've left my brows clear. I've not long washed my hair, hence the raggedy look. So wish me luck. I've got the packaging here. I think it's pronounced Yadah. It's Y-A-D-A-H is the brand name. I've got the colour number 3, which is ash brown, and it says, "The amazing peel-off tattoo has made its way to your brows, saving your application time. Yadah's very first peel-off brow gel that leaves a natural looking tint onto your brows without smearing and fading. Enriched with the extracts of black bean, blackberry, panthenol and portulaca, don't know what that is, for hair strengthening. This comes in a soft gel form that dries up and turns into a soft peel-off gel without skin irritation. I hope it will also not mean without your eyebrow hairs left." So I'm going to put it on. Before I do that, the instructions, I mean, it actually says here, for a tip, for stronger and longer lasting coloration, apply before going to bed and then remove the next morning. Who knows, I might try that at another point, but I'm just going to do it now. It says basically, after trimming the eyebrows without applying skincare products or makeup. I've got makeup on. I didn't put any on my brows though. Does that count? And I haven't trimmed them. No. Apply a liberal amount according to the desired shape of the eyebrow. Dry for at least an hour. After drying completely, remove slowly, starting from the tail of the eyebrow. Do not use a cleansing product or apply force touch on the eyebrow area within 24 hours of using the product. So I've got to be gentle with my brows. So I'm going in. Good grief, this could be either amazingly good or horrific. Now, I've seen other people that have used this and it's quite thick. Yeah, I've seen that they've got proper thick level of this stuff or layer of this stuff on their brows. Now I am honestly just going to stick to the shape I've got, more or less. I'm painting it on like I would if I was using Wonderbrow, in terms of not trying to make my brow any thicker really than where the hairs are. Like, I'm not going to go below this line, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do on this bit because I have that whole kind of boy brow. I think I've muffed that up. I have the kind of boy brow thing going on, and I've come totally unprepared. I haven't got a cotton bud where I normally would have some, to just get rid of that little bit. Oh, it's all right, it's come off a bit. I might have to have a quick tidy up before it dries. Now, I'm thinking about, I can feel it kind of going hard already. Said the actress to the bishop. I must admit, I am quite concerned about the whole peeling off thing, because I think my brows are quite sparse. I know a few of you are going to be like, no, they're fine. But you know what it's like. We've all got our little bits and bobs that we don't like about ourselves, or our features, or that we would just like to improve. I think part of the problem is that for a long time there's been so much in the press and everything about, oh, you want to have, you know, these eyebrows that look like they've been drawn on with a black marker pen, and aside from that, you then get the beauties that are the likes of Cara Delevingne with like the full-on brows. Now, personally, I think that looks gorgeous on her, but I obviously don't think it would look right on me. I think because of her eye colour and everything else, and her little pixie kind of features, it looks amazing. On me, it wouldn't. Now, going back to this, I honestly wonder what's happening, because now it's, to me, that's really highlighted the fact that I've got two quite different brows. Like, this one seems to be thicker, in, you know, higher there than this one, and they kind of finish in slightly different places. Now, to me, that's really noticeable, and I'm drawing your attention to it now, so from now on you're probably going to look at my brows and go, oh, she's got the wonk brows. But I don't see the point. I'm going to put a tiny bit under there, but I really don't see the point in trying to draw them to look identical, because, and I must point out as well that I am so not an expert when it comes to makeup and things. I am just keeping it real. This is reality for me, at least. Right, so now I can feel that they've gone hard. I don't really want to put too much more on, and I really do want to try and see, I've kind of got, that's more of a straight-ish edge, and that kind of goes off on the angle a bit. Maybe I should literally just straighten that angled one a tiny bit, because I don't know how much, oh, I've just made it even thicker. I don't know how much skin tint is going to be involved. I don't know if this is literally just going to cover the hair and colour the hair, or whether there is going to be a degree of skin tint going on, which is fine obviously on the bits where you've got your eyebrow hair, but on these little bits I have, I think I've seen something recently that these little tufty bits are like boy brows or something. I don't know, I really don't know. And I just wonder if those bits there where I don't have like a huge amount of hair, there's no real density there, whether it's just going to be like a stain. This could be interesting. Please watch this space. I'm going to switch off. I'm just going to literally run a cotton bud along just to clean up the edges a bit, and then I shall come back and show you what's happening. I might peel one off in private, and if it doesn't go horribly wrong, then I might peel the other one off on camera so you can see what you're supposed to do, because that is kind of the point of doing these sorts of videos. So watch this space, stay tuned. I have peeled the first one off, and I actually was a bit naughty. I did it in a live video on Facebook. Anyway, I'm going to take this one off because Matt's downstairs waiting for me to come down and watch a film that I said I wanted to watch, and he's sitting there waiting. So I'm going to do this really quick because I'm a pro now, because I've done it once. The first one came off really easy. This one I think is going to be reasonably easy. It's difficult at this angle because I've got my hand across my face, so I can't really see what I'm doing. Maybe if I just do this. I'm sure this is probably not how you're supposed to do it, but sorry. Actually, I wonder if this is still a bit wet on this side. And I'll tell you what oh. I think this side could be tugging out a few more hairs than I'd like. I've got a big chunk of it there. No. That's not too bad actually. I think I just gripped a few. But I like it. And actually, my concerns about the skin staining and whether it would look uneven and stuff is what's the word? My concerns have been eased. Or what's that posh word I see sometimes in books? I never know how to pronounce it. I don't know, I've got it around my mouth now. Assuaged? I don't know. But my concerns and fears have been assuaged. So, I've basically got it all off as far as I can tell. I've got literally a couple of little blip blops of it. That one looks a bit, oh, that one looks a bit red where I've pulled at it a bit. I would say, overall, I'm really impressed with that. This is the morning, well it's actually afternoon now, after I've done my brows with the brow gel yesterday, and I've kind of gone with a bit of an orangey tint to it, especially on these bits here. I mean, it's not massively noticeable, but I notice it, so I'll probably go over it. I've got like a brown mascara. I've got a couple of those which are quite dark, so I might just go over it a little bit just to see what it looks like. I went with this one, which is the dark brown. I think it's a lot better. You could kind of say that it defeats the point of doing the brow gel if you're then going to go over it with something. You know, my brows certainly would have been fine if I was just in the house, you know, whatever. So all in all, I think it's definitely worth a go. I'm going to get the darker shade to try actually, and I will get it from the company that sent me this one. They sent it to me for review, which I have done. And I'm going to go ahead and just buy the next one. I have bought from them before and I've never had any issues. Their prices are always reasonable and they offer free worldwide shipping, which is always nice. The stuff is in Korea. They have a whole range of the Korean beauty and cosmetics, skincare, all of that stuff. And their prices are fine. And so I don't mind waiting a couple of weeks for it to come. And so I shall be looking to try the darker shade from them. It's bbcosmetic.com. So thanks to them for sending me this to review, and thank you for watching my video, and I hope that it wasn't too long and involved for you. I will aim to do some shorter ones in future, maybe just the sheet mask ones, because they always seem to generate a laugh or two. And I will be back soon. So thank you for watching.